supposed to be down at the bottom. My bro told me go get him, I got him. You walk with God, you better not doubt him.
David, wake up.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode. I'm just going to talk about Coach Monty Williams' faith journey. And, he's with the Phoenix Suns right now. And, they're tied for the first place in the West with the Warriors. And, they're doing an amazing job so far. So, I just wanted to talk about his background and how he got to where he's at right now. Coach Monty's from Virginia, was married to Ingrid, and they have 5 kids. He played at the University of Notre Dame. Honorable mention in his senior year. He also had a pre-heart condition problem, but he still got drafted by the Knicks in the 24th pick in the 90s with the bad boys and the Ewings and the Masons and the Johnsons of the world. And he had a 9-year career with a bunch of teams, and then he went into coaching. He started with the Spurs in 2005 as an intern under Pop, and matter of fact, they won that year. And he actually he started off Portland Trailblazers as an assistant, and finally got a head coaching job with the Hornets alongside with Chris Paul. He had a pretty good run there, and then he moved on to Oklahoma City as associate head coach for a year, and then his former wife got into an accident, which the suspect lost control and hit his wife, going over the speed limit, right? Coach took that kind of hard at the time. He was with the Philadelphia Sixers, and he had to take some time off just to recuperate himself and get back to himself. He's really liked around the league. A lot of guys like him, a lot of coaches like him. First class guy, and also he's a very faith-based coach. He's also a Christian. The lesson from Coach Monty is the simple fact that after
a bit of a blueprint for how we want to play. Our guys bought in from day one in Flagstaff at our first training camp. The high level of intensity that we had to play with to be successful. One of our coaches, Darko Rajkovic, and he made a remark to the staff that the teams that were in shape and playing with a high level of force and intensity from the start were having the most success. That fit with our DNA. And so we just, we didn't fall into it. It's just how we have to play. And we have talented guys for sure, but they're young. A number of our guys stepped up and grew on the fly. So that's the only way we can play. That's the only way I want to play. I don't think you should be rewarded for playing hard. I think that should be a given. And it's not something I take for granted. We just have a team that competes every time we touch the floor.
After his wife died and so forth, things kind of trickled downhill from there. He could have get mad at the world, lose himself, think negatively about the situation, but he never did none of that. His faith and his belief in God kept him calm, kept him not to panic about the situation. And everything happens for a reason. So all it did was actually strengthen him, strengthen his faith, strengthen his family and his kids, and he actually got closer to God from the accident. We don't wish this against nobody, but it happened, right? But he was just a really good example on how to handle a situation and overcome a situation and still move forward. And he's even doing better in his coaching career right now, right? So whatever you may be going through, sometimes we just gotta fight through it and know that on the other side is going to be greener on the other side. He came back to Philly for a year in 2018, and then after that he was offered a job in 2019 with the Phoenix Suns, and he's still with them. I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. This is one of the best seasons and coaches that the Phoenix Suns have had in a very, 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 very long time. So, I'm sure he's going to get a big, fat contract extension. So, stay tuned for that. Hopefully they continue to keep the core pieces and the young pieces that they have around and build off that. So, so when they bump into the Lakers, they can give them a good challenge. Also, he also spent some time with the U.S. basketball, the national team and so forth in the summer times as well too, right? So, good luck to the Suns this year. And my next episode is going to be on the teams that are struggling, that shouldn't be struggling, that are, well-equipped teams that should have a better record right now, such as the Celtics, for one. And I'll just kind of break down what they're doing wrong and what they can do to be the team that they should be. All right. See you guys next time. All right. Peace.
The essence of my coaching is to serve. As a believer in Christ, that's what I'm here for. And I tell them all the time, if I get on you, I'm not calling you out, I'm calling you up. You have potential, and I have to work my tail off to help you reach that potential.